Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news in a move that could completely reshape the landscape of the NFC East. The buzz is growing around a potential blockbuster trade involving none other than Myles Garrett. Yes, you heard that right. The Cleveland Browns' elite pass rusher, a freak of nature on the field, might soon become a Washington Commanders. This isn't just idle speculation. It's a serious rumble coming from insiders like Diana Rossini, who's been reporting that the Commanders have their eyes firmly set on Garrett for the 2026 offseason. The plan? To swap their first-round pick in 2026 and their first-round pick in 2027, giving the Browns a couple of premium assets in exchange for one of the most disruptive edge players in the league today. Now let's pause here for a moment, because this isn't just about acquiring a superstar pass rusher. It's about transforming a defense that's been solid but hasn't quite reached its full potential, especially when it comes to rushing the quarterback and disrupting offensive game plans. Garrett, with his freakish strength and elite bend, has the ability to elevate any defense overnight. And if the Commanders pull this off, they'd be adding a player who's not only a proven game wrecker, but also a guy who's been at the top of his game for years. Just look at his 2025 stats. 8 games played, 22 solo tackles, 9 assists, a total of 31 tackles, and an impressive 10 sacks, which puts him second in the league. That's the kind of production that can change the course of a season. Garrett's impact on the Browns has been enormous. He's been a force that opponents can't ignore, generating constant pressure with a pressure rate of 28% and a PFF grade of 92.4. That's elite-level stuff. Over his career, spanning 147 games, he's accumulated 98. 5 sacks, 213 solo tackles, and has been recognized as the Defensive Player of the Year in 2023. With 6 Pro Bowls under his belt, Garrett's reputation as one of the best defensive players in the league is well-deserved. His skill set, particularly his bend and ability to collapse pockets in under 2-4 seconds, makes him a nightmare for offensive lines. That's exactly the kind of player the Commanders need to turn their defense into a true force of nature, reminiscent of the Steel Curtain era, but with a modern twist. The Browns, on the other hand, seem to be going in a different direction. They're looking to free up cap space. Garrett counts around $24 million against the cap and focus on rebuilding their roster, especially on the offensive line and at the quarterback position. Their current focus is on a reset, aiming to build a younger, more flexible team that can compete in the long run. The Browns are clearly seeding some of their veteran core, especially as their offense has been allowing around 25 points per game, which isn't quite enough to win consistently in today's NFL. For the Commanders, landing Garrett would be a game-changer. It could elevate their defense from a good unit to one of the best in the league almost overnight. Imagine a defensive line with Garrett, paired with Jonathan Allen, both of them creating chaos on the edges and inside. Their combined EPA, expected points added, per snap could skyrocket, making it nearly impossible for opposing quarterbacks to operate comfortably. Just think about the potential. Garrett collapsing pockets in 2-4 seconds, a significant improvement over their current 3-1 seconds, forcing quarterbacks into hurried throws or sacks. The run defense would also see a massive boost, with yards allowed dropping from 140 yards per game to around 100. That's the kind of dominance the Commanders have been dreaming of since Ron Rivera took over. And with a defense like this, the team's chances of making a deep playoff run would increase exponentially. This kind of upgrade doesn't just mean a better defense, it shifts the entire trajectory of the franchise. The Commanders could start gaining a reputation as a feared defensive team, one that's capable of causing chaos in the NFC, similar to what Watt did with the Steelers in 2024, or what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers achieved in their Super Bowl-winning season in 2002, when they recorded 41 sacks. Garrett's presence would be a symbol of the Commanders' ambition, a statement that they're serious about competing at the highest level. It's about creating a culture of dominance, of a relentless, intimidating defense that opponents dread facing. And the offensive side of things would also benefit indirectly. With opponents forced into passing situations more often because of a collapsing pocket, The Commanders' offense could capitalize on turnovers and quick stops, gaining an extra possession or two per game. That's crucial in a league where possessions are king. Plus, having Garrett on the field might even open up opportunities for the secondary, forcing quarterbacks to throw faster and more aggressively, which could lead to more turnovers and big plays for the team's playmakers. Looking at the big picture, this move could be a catalyst for a major turnaround. The Commanders have been building steadily, but a player like Garrett adds that missing piece, an elite pass rusher who can dominate the line of scrimmage and impose his will on every snap. It's exactly the kind of move that can turn a good team into a championship contender. The odds for a Super Bowl victory could skyrocket from +50, 0 to around +10, 0 with such a transformative addition. The team's chances of making the playoffs and making a serious run would be significantly enhanced, especially if they manage to harness Garrett's talents alongside their existing core, including Jonathan Allen. Of course, such a trade isn't just about the player. It's about the culture and identity the team wants to build. Garrett's arrival would send a message to the entire league and to their own locker room that the Commanders are serious about contention, that they're willing to make bold moves to secure their place among the NFL's elite. It's about establishing a dynasty, a modern-day steel curtain that sets the tone for years to come. The fan base would be electrified, and the team's reputation would surge as they become one of the most feared defenses in the league. In terms of the long-term outlook, this move aligns with what the Commanders have been doing, building through the draft, making smart free agent signings, and now, possibly, acquiring a cornerstone like Garrett to push them over the top. It's a bold, strategic move that reflects a franchise with big ambitions. Whether this trade actually materializes or remains just a strong rumor, it's clear that the Commanders are thinking big. And with Garrett, they could be on the cusp of a new era of dominance. So fans, keep your eyes peeled. This could be one of those moments that define the franchise for years to come. Garrett's name is becoming synonymous with elite defensive play, and if he joins Washington, it will be a game changer that the entire NFL will have to reckon with. The NFC's just got a whole lot more interesting, and the Commanders are aiming to lead the charge, rewriting their story and becoming a true powerhouse on defense. The future looks bright and the possibilities are endless. If this move goes through, the Commanders' path to a Super Bowl could be more achievable than ever before. Stay tuned because this story is far from over and the best is yet to come for the Washington Commanders. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to US and TO, the Washington Commanders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news.